Hello student, welcome to digital classes. This video is for class 6. Now this is the chapter number 9, Science, the living organism and their surrounding. In previous two part I told you about the habitat, type of habitats, component of habitats, adaptation in animal and plant to different habitats. In the last topic, adaptation in animal and plant to the different habitats, I told you about the adaptation, permanent adaptation and temporary adaptation. In this video, I am going to tell you about a journey through different habitats like desert animal, the adaptation of desert animal, like desert animals are camel, some plants like cactus, some other animals like snake, rabbit, etc. And adaptation to the mountainous region, some adaptation of mountain plants and trees, and some animals I include in this video. Now a journey through different habitats, different organisms prefer to live in different habitats. To survive in a particular habitat, the organism has to adapt itself to its climatic condition. Some terrestrial habitats, the plants and animals that live on land are said to be live in terrestrial habitat. Some terrestrial habitats are grasslands, forest, deserts, mountain, etc. Let us discuss the adaptation of the different habitat. Let us start with the adaptation of desert habitat. First, the desert animal. The climate of desert, we know that the hot and dry. Desert have very little vegetation. Deserts provide little shelter for a large animal from the sun. Most animals which survive in desert are insects, birds, reptiles and smaller mammals. Many animals living in the desert remain inactive during the day because of sun. There is too much hot during the sun and the temperature is very high, so they do not come out in the morning hours and become active. They are active basically during the night. This is just to prevent loss of water from the body. The animals that shows this adaptation are called nocturnal. Certain animals hide themselves in burrows with glutinous secretions and sleep for 8 hours to 9 months in a year. This is called hibernation. In summer, the cold-blooded animal like lizard, snake and mosquitoes are more active during night. In winter, they enjoy sun during the day and when cold, they become inactive for a short or a certain long period. The absence of sweat gland and the concentration of a urine are other physical adaptation in the desert animals. So these animals cannot come out during the day as the sun or the temperature is very high during the day to prevent water loss from the body, from their body. So they are inactive during the day and come out during the night to find out their food or to locate their prey and collect food for their survival. Now the desert plants. The plants that grow under very poor water condition such as in desert are called xerophytes. Plant like cacti and Opentia are adapted to hot and dry climates of deserts. Cacti plant can store water in their spongy stem. They are called succulent plants. The desert plant also show the following characteristic to survive in hot and dry climate. Their leaves are reduced to scale or spine, which reduce the loss of water during transpiration. Means when there is too much temperature, plants are also feeling hot, and they need fresh water from the ground, so they lose water through their stomata to become cool, because when the water evaporates on the surface of leaf, they feel cool. The leaves bear sunken stomata to reduce the rate of transpiration also. The thick cuticle is found on the stem and leaf for prevention of loss of water. Cactus and mesquite trees are desert plant, have root that spread far to absorb rainwater, have stems that store water, have spine to protect plants from being eaten by the animals. Now the adaptation of animals. Some animals are nocturnal, they active only at night. They sleep during the day. I just told you about this. Many animals living in the desert remain inactive during the day and become active during the night. This is just to prevent loss of water from their body. The animal that shows this adaptation are called nocturnal. Other desert animals adapt to the desert by having long ears to cool themselves in the hot weather. Example, jackal, rabbits, etc. Now the adaptation of desert plant. First, leaves are absent, reduced or modified into spine to reduce water loss by the transpiration. Stem is green and do or does photosynthesis for the plant. Means they can stem are able to do photosynthesis, so they make food for the plant with the help of inorganic substances like water, carbon dioxide, etc., etc. And the leaves are reduced to spine. It prevent transpiration. Stem store water, so it is thick and fleshy. If we cut the cactus from knife, we can see the water that is stored inside the stem. Roots are able to penetrate deep into the soil for the absorption of water or to fulfill the requirement of water for the plant. So the deep root system to collect maximum water from the deep soil or deep inside the earth. Thick waxy layer on stem prevent water loss during transpiration. We know that the stem of the cactus plant are able to perform photosynthesis. It store water, food for the entire plant, and there is scarcity of water in the desert, so plant can use water very judicially. Now the adaptation in animals. First is the camel. Camel has long leg to keep the body away from hot sand. It stores food and fat in its hump. It can store water in its body. Hoofs of a camel well suited for walking on sand. Long eyelashes prevent it from sand falling into the eyes. Camel is the only large animal that survives in desert condition. It is also called ship of the desert. It is adapted to the desert condition because of the following reason. Its limbs contain large pad which help it to move on hot and slippery sand. The hump of the camel is a reservoir of food in form of fat. It drinks a large quantity of water. Camel can drink 40 liter of water in 10 minutes and store it in water cells, muscles and connective tissues. A unique adaptation of some desert animal is to store fat in hump like camels or tail in kangaroo rather than over the empty body. It can live without drinking water for about 2 weeks. It excretes very little water in the form of urine and their dungs are very dry. It can adjust its internal temperature according to the surrounding air. It sweats profusely in the bright sun to maintain its body temperature. Desert plants, the plants that grow under very poor water condition such as in desert, are called xerophytes. Plant like cacti and opuntia are adapted to hot and dry climates of desert. Cacti plants can store water in their spongy stem. They are called succulents plants. The desert plants also shows the following characteristic to survive in hot and dry climates. Their leaves are reduced to scale or spine, which reduce the loss of water by transpiration. The leaves wear sunken stomata to reduce the rate of transpiration. The thick cuticle is found on the stem and leaf for prevent of loss of water during transpiration. Now mountain region, the adaptation to mountainous region. Mountainous region are generally very cold and windy. Snowfall is very common during winters. There is a large variety of plants and animal living in the mountainous region. The mountain trees grow in conical pattern with sloping branches help snow to slide down. Or in other words, we can say the tree adapted to such cold snowy climate are cone shaped and having sloping branches, and they have needle like leaves. These adaptation help the rainwater and snow to slide off easily. Now you can see the structure of leaf in mountainous plants or tree. They have needle shaped leaves, help water and snow to slide down easily. The animal in these regions are usually white or light colored. This help them to camouflage with the surrounding. This also help them in the terminal regulation. They have thick skin or fur to protect them from the cold. Let us see some adaptation in mountainous region, the animal of the mountainous region. First is a snow leopard. A snow leopard is white in color, can hide in the environment, thick fur to protect from cold, claws to prevent slipping on the surface of snow or prevent from cold also. Snow leopards has thick fur over its whole body to prevent from cold wind. Now mountain goat, it has thick white fur to camouflage from their surrounding. Second, strong hooves for running up the rocky slopes. They are easily or able to go top of the roof without slipping. Long thick fur of yak protected from severe cold in the winter or cold climatic conditions. It has long hair also. This keeps them warm during the same winter and cold climatic condition. I hope everyone understood what I taught in this video. Is there any doubt or confusion about any topic? You can ask within a class. And this chapter is not included in your half yearly exam, so you can watch it and write down the important notes or important question or the exercise question in your copy for the final exam, for the preparation of final exam, because this chapter is not included in your half yearly exam. It may be in the next month or in the month of September. So you all get ready with the chapter number 1 to 8. This is our first term, means half yearly exam syllabus.